Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brittany of BrittanyJJones.com. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the channel. I hope that you will like what you see and subscribe below for more. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all some things that I have recently made. I have not shared this over on Instagram or on my blog yet, so you all get a first look at some things that I'll be sharing soon. I have a total of, let's see, I made a set, so that's two things, a skirt, a top, and I also made some little crafts for the holiday. I'll share those last, but first let's go ahead and get started with the set. I filmed videos of the garments as well, that way you'll be able to see it while I'm talking about it. But the first thing that I made was this set. I showed you all this fabric in a previous video and I love it. I found it at my local Joann's. Whenever I see this fabric or plaids and flannels, you know it's fall. This cable knit fabric is usually available in different colors, but I have not made it in this kind of gray, so that's one reason why I went ahead and grabbed it when I saw it in the store. Originally, I wanted to make a matching skirt set, but then I remembered last year I made a matching cream set using basically the same exact fabric. I don't know if it's the same. I think it was the same exact fabric. And if I can find that reel, I'll pop that up here so you can see it. But I made a matching skirt set last year, and so I figured this year let's just make a matching pant set instead. So for the pants, I used Simplicity 9752. And I used View C on the pattern. When I say that this is an easy pattern to sew, it really is an easy pattern to sew. It's also listed in their 1 hour, very easy project kind of category. So it really is easy. Let's see, you have the side seam, the inner leg seam, the center seam, and then you sew on the elastic, which you sew on the elastic and then you fold it in and kind of tack it down. So depending on how fast you sew, I do think you can have this done within an hour. I omitted the pockets. I did not want pockets on the pants, so that made it even easier to stitch up. I will say I will probably have to switch out the elastic in the pants later. I'm not trying to do it right now. It's not that big a deal, but I used a shorter elastic that wasn't quite 1 inch. I think mine was 3/4. I can definitely tell a difference. You need a full 1 inch or maybe even 1.25 inch wide elastic, just so it lays on the inside a little bit better, because right now with my fabric being that sweater knit, it kind of rolls out. I don't like that, so I would definitely be taking that elastic off. But again, y'all know I just be using what I have. Whenever I don't have to go to the store, I'm not going. So I just use what I had on hand, but I will definitely swap out that elastic and get one that's a little bit wider. But those are the pants. And for the top, I used my Know Me 2002 top. I made View C, and again, this is another quick and easy to sew top. I do have a sew along available if you are interested in making this top. I'll be sure to link it in the description box. But that is the matching set that I made. I used those two patterns and I love the way this turned out. So you all let me know what you think about this set down in the comments. The second thing that I made recently was this new Sew It Academy skirt. If you don't know about Sew It Academy, it's an online learn to sew sewing and design school founded by Mimi G. I also teach some classes in there, as well as Norris Ford. And I think now there's over like 80 courses in the Sew It Academy. You can start from the very beginning and learn how to sew at your own pace. And so last month's course was this bubble skirt, and I loved it. I knew I wanted to make it. Bubble skirts have been really popular this year, but I hadn't gotten around to making one. I even have some McCall patterns that have bubble skirts, but again, I just hadn't gotten around to making it. But when I saw that one, I was like, it's time. So for this one, I used cotton poplin. I really wanted that kind of crisp, kind of poof to the skirt. In the lining of the skirt, I used a rayon challis for that. So that was nice and lightweight. It's not adding too much weight to the cotton poplin. And I think that combination was really perfect. I love this skirt. I can absolutely see myself making more. I love the length of it too. I feel like if it was too short, I don't know if it would add, it probably would add volume to my hips, and I don't like to add volume to my hips. So I really do like the length of it. I like that you can wear it with sandals, some booties, some sneakers. You can do a lot with this bubble skirt, and it's really easy to sew up. So I'm really happy that I set aside some time to make this skirt, because it's been a project that once I saw Mimi share it for the upcoming course, I was like, I gotta make it. I have to make it. And so now that I've made that one, I want to make another one. I don't know like what fabric or anything I want to use, but That's a good skirt, and I really, really like it. So if you're interested in that skirt, and if you are a Sewing Academy student, you can go ahead and log into your dashboard, download the pattern, and start sewing it. But if you're not a student and you're interested in it, then I have a link down below in the description box. You can click it, just kind of check out the site, see what Sewing Academy is all about, and if it's right for you, then go ahead and sign up. So that is the second thing that I made recently, and I'm really excited about that skirt. The third garment that I made, and I honestly just hand sewed the buttons on it this morning, so she's freshly finished. I made this button up top and I love it. So the fabric that I use is a rayon. It's an old fabric that we had at Melanated Fabrics. We had it in 2 colorways, and I was looking through my fabric stash and I saw it and I was like, it's time to use you, fabric. It's time to use you. I've probably had this fabric for like 3 years. It's like ridiculous how long I've had it. I only had 2 yards of it, so I was kind of limited on what I could make, especially with wanting to match up, all the stripes on the fabric. So when I saw this top, I used Butterick 7011. This is one of the newer patterns. I thought it was perfect. Again, it's just an oversized button-up top. So, I mean, if you have a button-up top pattern, then you could just use that. And if you would like to sew along with a button up top, I didn't make a sew along for this one, but I have other sew along videos on my channel where I walk you step by step through making a button up top. So I didn't do one for this exact pattern, but honestly, with just a few maybe different details, a button up top construction is probably the same. I mean, the sleeve would be different if you have a long sleeve and a short sleeve. Maybe the collar and the collar stand is a little bit different, but overall the construction pretty much goes the same way. So if you like this top, again, I have other videos for button up tops if you want to watch that and follow along with me to sew one. But back to this top, again, another easy pattern for me. I know button up tops can be kind of challenging and overwhelming for some people, but for me, it was a fairly easy project. I didn't have any issues with it. Oh, I do want to show you all this. Let me pull out the pattern piece if I can. And I also put the detailing up here that I'm talking about. So on the front of the top, you see they have like this little stitching line or a little detail along the bottom of the top. I did not want that. I wanted to match up my lines as best as possible. And I knew this stitch right here was gonna mess me up, and I did not even want to deal with it. So what I did was on my front pattern, I took the front pattern piece and also pattern piece number 2, and I marked out the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, and I just matched up my line here to eliminate the seam allowance, and I just taped these together so that way I could eliminate that stitching line that was on the pattern, and I wouldn't have to worry about messing up the stripes and the window pane design on the fabric. So I just wanted to mention that in case you're interested in this pattern. I did want to point out that little detail, that way you know it was there. For styling, I just popped it on with some faux leather pants that I got from Target. I think I got those last year. I don't know if I would wear this out. It is very edgy. It's a little edgy for me. I do think it's cute though, but you all let me know what you think. If this is good, if I'm looking very trendy. So those are the garments again that I recently made. I made that matching set. I made the Sewing Academy bubble skirt, and I made that Butterick kind of crop button-up shirt. For craft and home type of projects, I started working on Simplicity 3058. From this pattern, I just finished up view D and E, and those are just some pot holders. And I have already cut out kind of the bowl covers and the casserole pan covers. I cut those fabrics out, so I'll probably whip those up really quick. And I'm just doing a reel for content, just to kind of highlight this pattern for the holiday. If you are, doing some gifts, or if you just want to update your apron and kind of, mittens and pot holders, then I just wanted to highlight some of the views on this pattern. So these are the 2 that I already made. Cute little pot holders here. They're so cute, a little tab. So cute. These are my first time making these, and I thought they turned out really cute. For batting, I used this one, Wrap and Zap. Found this at my local Joann's. There was another brand that I saw a lot of people recommending, but my Joann's didn't have it, so I just grabbed that one. And the outer fabric is just cotton with some double fold bias tape. So these are really quick to make, and yeah. And like I said, I just made a reel just to kind of highlight that new pattern from Simplicity. So those are the things that I have recently made, and I just remembered I wanted to tell you all for that gray matching set, I did use that new Metler Seriflex elastic thread that I shared with you all in a previous video. It worked amazingly. I was able to use a straight stitch while sewing with knit fabric using that elastic thread. I really enjoy working with it. I definitely recommend that you all test it out or test out another brand, especially for the holiday. You want to make a nice little knit dress. Try it out. Let me know what you all think. Let me know what your experience was. And if it's something that you will continue using, or if you're just good with your zigzag stitch or with using your serger. Like, there's so many options for sewing with knit fabric, but it's always fun to try something new. So give it a try if you haven't. If you want to, like, don't be saying I told you to. If you want to give it a try, give it a try. Well, that is all for the video, friends. I really do hope that you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down for me below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you do not miss when the next video is live. Until then, blessings, everyone. Bye.